Hello and welcome to our number talk. Today we are looking at the expression 74 minus 58. What we do in a number talk is we use mental math. It means no paper and no pencil to try to solve an expression, and then we look at all the different ways we could have used to figure it out. So before we go any further, let's do that. Pause the video, work out 74 minus 58 in your head. When you have your solution, unpause the video and we will explore all of our strategies together. So the first strategy that we could have used is called adding up. And what we do is we take our second number, the smaller number, it's called the subtrahend. It's got a special name in a subtraction problem. And we're going to start there, and we're going to try to get all the way up to our bigger number, larger number. And that's called the minuend. We're going to take little jumps. First, we're going to get to the next 10. So to get from 58 to the next 10, which is 60, we're going to have to do a plus 2. And then we're going to take a big jump. We're going to jump by 10s, and really it's just one 10. We just want to get one 10 up to get to our 10 that's closest to 74 without going over. That's a plus 10. And then we've got another little jump of plus 4. So if we add up from the subtrahend up to the minuend, we get a 2. 2 and 10 is 12, and add the 4 is 16. So hopefully that's the difference you got when you subtracted 74 minus 58 in your head. We could also use a strategy called compensation. So what we do here is we think, how far away is that subtrahend from our next 10? We already figured that out. That's plus 2. So then we go ahead and subtract that. We change the 58 to a 60. And we subtract it. Look how easy that is. There's no regrouping necessary. You got a 0 in the ones place right there. So that's easy. We're good to go. That's a 14. But remember, we changed our subtrahend. We actually bumped it up 2, which means that we subtracted 2 more than we should have. So in order to even out, we got to give those 2 back. We took away 2 extra, got to give those 2 back. And that's how we get to our difference of 16. Now, sometimes, instead of counting up, we can just count back. So what we do is we start with our minuend, and we are going to take jumps backward. It's basically the opposite of adding up. So we're going to go down to the next 10 below 74. That's 70. We're going to take a big jump of 10 to get down to 60. And really, our goal is our subtrahend. If we can get from 74 down to 58. That's going to be another jump of 2. Then we just say 4 and 10 is 14. Add that 2, you get 16. So adding up, counting back, they're just opposites. Now, we could also use a strategy called constant difference. So it starts a lot like compensation. We're going to take our subtrahend, we're going to add it up to the next 10. So that's going to be a plus 2 to get me to 60. Here's where it gets interesting. We take the same plus 2, whatever we added to our subtrahend, we add to our minuend, and we change that number 2. So that's a 76. So we have a balanced expression because we added 2 to both terms. And here's the interesting thing. The difference between 74 and 58 is exactly the same as the difference between 76 and 60 because I added 2 to both the minuend and the subtrahend. But look how much easier this problem is. No regrouping necessary. I got a 0 in the ones place of the subtrahend, which always makes it easy. And our answer is 16. So sometimes you can add numbers to both, and as long as you add the same thing, balanced expression, that makes it so much easier. So those are all the ways that I can think of to subtract 74 minus 58. If you can think of another way, that's wonderful. Go ahead and add that as a comment on the video. Teachers, if you would like a copy of this slide deck for your own use in the classroom, you can find it on my website at 5minutemath.net.